So on 20th March this year, Kevin T. Porter tweeted, "Right now we all need a little kindness, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about." I smell sarcasm here. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Well, that's quite daring though. Respond to this with the most insane stories you have heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match everyone with $2 to the LA Food Bank. And boy, this tweet got retweeted and retweeted and retweeted with thousands and thousands of alleged story about the mean girl. So let's get right into it. She's evil. So many stories I could feed the world. I worked for her. My favorite? She fired her chef for putting negativity in the food. Negativity in the food? How do you even put negativity in the food? I mean, is it like a seasoning or something? Oh, I'll have it with 2 sugar, 2 milk, and 1 negativity, please. He laughed and said, "Thank you, Ellen. I actually got an offer from a bigger name at your party last night. She lost it." Boy, that was savage. I worked at Real Food Deli, served her and Portia at brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Chipped nail polish. Not that it was on her plate, but it was just on my hand. I had worked till closing the night before and this was next morning. Almost got me fired. Girl. Every girl on this planet who gets her nail done has a chipped nail at some point. Lesson learned. If you get your nails done, you can't work for Ellen. Period. She has a sensitive nose, so everyone must chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her. And if she thinks you smell that day, you have to go home and shower. All the employees at Ellen's office be like stacking their houses with mints and chew gums. A new staff member was told every day she picks someone different to really hate. It's not your fault. Just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. They didn't believe it, but it ended up being entirely true. Just imagine being a new staff member at the Ellen. Expectation, yo, I'm so dope, I'm working for the Ellen. Reality, just suck up the hate, because the mean girl has to be mean. When I was working at Midnight, our stage manager, coolest beep beep I've ever worked with, told us to never work for Ellen. He told us she has signs up in her office that say, "Do not look the host in the eye." But why? I mean, what would happen if you do? Why can't you look her in the eyes? What's gonna happen? I've heard that if you look deep in the eyes, then you fall in love. Maybe she's just afraid of falling in love. Who knows? When I was 15, the Ellen Show was doing a contest of fans making a bust of her and sending it to her. I worked so hard on this and even wrote a letter. Weeks later, she used it as a prop in a game and gave it away to a random person with $500 attached to the bottom. Well, that is actually mean. Sometimes all you require is an acknowledgement, maybe? And now that I wonder, what would she have done of the other gifts that she received? Who knows? My sister worked for the Ellen Show for 2 years. This is from her. "I saw Ellen in the hallways every day and would say hello, and she never once said hello back. She wouldn't smile. She wouldn't even acknowledge me at all for 2 seasons. Jeez, 2 seasons, that's like what, 2 years? My goodness. And if you look at it, she's just talking about a hello, a smile. I think we smile at even random strangers on the road. I mean, it's just such a meek thing, you know? Working for her, I was instructed that I can't look her in the eye and never ever say hi to her first. But don't worry, she definitely won't be saying hi to you in the first place. She creates the most toxic environment for her staff. What is this thing with looking in the eye? Please clarify. I'm actually interested now. What's gonna happen? She's like a presenter, right? So what is the problem with an eye contact? And what is this thing with hi? Everybody just wants to be greeted by Ellen, I think. Everybody just wants Ellen to greet them, to acknowledge them. I think this is what mostly people have issues with, just the basic things. Was working on a show that was next to her stage. Was our showrunner's 50th birthday. Caterer grilling steaks outside for a special fancy lunch. Ellen sent someone over to demand they stop as she doesn't eat meat. She's the worst. My goodness, why don't you stop a party, that to a 50th birthday party? Just because you don't eat meat doesn't mean that everybody else should stop eating meat. Oh, that's selfish, girl. My brother is a Wish kid. His wish was to be at the 12 days of Ellen, which was arranged 1 month before they cancelled because Ellen refused to interact with disabled people. Crushed his heart. It's just really unbelievable to me. I don't know the authenticity of this story, but if it's true, then God bless Ellen, that's it. I'm glad you're calling her out. I used to work at a restaurant in LA. Her and Portia would come in weekly. They were awful people. Both extremely rude to staff, unpleasant to be around. Since they came so often, I can confirm this to be a consistent behavior. It just seems like this guy is talking about two Karens, but yeah. I send this thread to my BFF, and she replies that her sister's BFF was an intern for Ellen 7 to 8 years ago. She walked into an elevator with Ellen and Ellen said, "Interns are not supposed to look me in the eye." Why is she looking me in the eye? Okay, now I officially need answer. What is this thing with the eye? What do you think is gonna happen if you look Ellen in the eye directly? What's gonna happen? Please comment and let me know what is the mystery behind the eye thing. I really want to know. So that's it for today's video, guys. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay happy.